Witness number 4, Epicedium. A rare 1594 work called Epicedium contains a very early mention of the Rape of Lucrece, and also of Cornelia, saying they were written by the same writer, Shakespeare, Bacon. In Bacon's own collection of manuscripts, known as the Northumberland manuscript, which originally held copies of his two Shakespeare plays, Richard II and Richard III, the manuscript also originally held another missing piece entitled Asmund and Cornelia, about which nothing is known. It appears twice on the outer cover of the manuscript in the list of contents, above a quotation from the Shakespeare poem The Rape of Lucrece. Asmund and Cornelia is generally believed to be either a lost play or a poem. Recently, N.B. Coburn, in the Bacon Shakespeare question, suggested Asmund and Cornelia was the original title for the Shakespeare poem A Lover's Complaint, that was first published in the same volume as the 1609 edition of Shakespeare's sonnets. Like Lucretia, Cornelia is an example of a virtuous Roman woman. Cornelia was the daughter of a prominent Roman general. She was widowed early and a devoted mother to two sons, and was renowned for exceptional learning and love of literature, and lived to a very old age. A very fitting inspiration for Francis Bacon, whose mother was the learned Lady Anne Bacon. The name Cornelia was selected by Bacon in Titus Andronicus in a deeply personal passage which alludes to his own childhood. Our boy, Cornelia never with more care read to her sons than she hath read to thee, sweet poetry and Tully's orator. Bacon's mother, Lady Anne Bacon, provided Francis with a rigorous teaching in classical languages and text. He was raised on the favourite authors of Sir Nicholas and Lady Bacon's, namely Seneca and Cicero, which they used to read to each other as well as Francis. In a poem written for his wife, Lady Anne, in a time of his great sickness, Sir Nicholas reveals how he took great comfort in her reading to him from her Tully, Cicero, and my Seneca. As we have seen, the choice of name was no accident. In ancient Rome, Cornelia was considered the paragon of womanly virtue, which doubles as an apt description of Lady Anne Bacon, who was celebrated as a pious and virtuous woman by all who knew her. The name Cornelia is of Latin origin, meaning horn, which phonetically suggests the name Bacon, which is confirmed by an anagram in the first line. So we see here that we have Baconian links and connections. Asmund and Cornelia is a lost work that is mentioned twice on Bacon's manuscript above a quotation from the Rape of Lucrece. The 1594 Epicedium mentions a writer that has written of both renowned Roman women, Lucretia and Cornelia. 1594 Titus Andronicus features a fond portrayal of Cornelia reading Roman classics to her sons, as Lady Anne Bacon did to hers. Anne Bacon and Nicholas Bacon's favourite authors were the Roman authors Cicero and Seneca. They read them to each other, and the exceptionally learned Lady Anne Bacon read them to her sons Anthony and Francis. The rare 1594 Epicedium is of great importance, as it is one of the earliest references to the Shakespeare poem The Rape of Lucrece, and reveals Francis Bacon is Shakespeare.